Mr. Speaker, I am truly fascinated, and I enjoy being here because it's such a thorough education. And a big part of this education is how people can take basic truths, or just basics, and twist them and turn them to give impressions that have nothing to do with the issue. I want to pull everybody back over and say, wait, the issue was over here. And now it gets all over there and the basic point is gone. Well, the basic point is what we're talking about. I get so fed up when I hear the other side come down here in this well and just say whatever they feel like saying. When Congresswoman Woolsey took off on education, education stinks. I can't say it another way. It stinks. We spend more money than anybody and have the worst results. So now the solution to that is to spend even more money and still have it not achieve anything. No, that's not the truth. No, that's not what we should do. Public schools do not teach. They're not safe. They have become political. And they don't stand for what they're supposed to stand for any longer. So to paint that rosy picture about education just disturbed me so much. This is a sad state of affairs, because when people do honorable things and then somebody writes some bill and says, you know, you have to stop doing that honorable thing. Can't do that anymore. Why? Well, because we're writing this extremely righteous bill that will make you honest. I didn't know I wasn't honest. Please let me take care of my own ethics. And if I'm not worthy, throw me out. But let me be responsible for myself. Don't make me responsible to some poorly written legislation. Do you know that when I read this legislation, I said, well, what about my film festival that I founded in Palm Springs? Can I have my party at my house that the film festival puts on? They said, we don't know. If they don't know, how do you know when you're breaking the law with this bill? The accusation that I'm corrupt. Well, that is not true. I am not corrupt. My songs have a value. We're here with the lesser of two evils. So you're knocking out an industry that you don't even know. And I will yield 15 seconds to any member who can define ethics. Can some member define ethics for me in 15 seconds?
Time the gem has expired.
You can't. Yeah, I do.
The time of the gentleman has expired.
I support this. How complicated is this issue? Let me tell you how complicated this issue is. Why did all this start? It started because we had a position that we should balance the budget. Now, we could lie to all of you and say, don't worry about it. Keep getting your money. Don't worry about it. You'll get it forever. But see, it runs out in 14 years. Everybody admits that. So that's like saying, well, yeah, everything's going to crash, but don't worry about it. So we're taking all this heat because we are saying to you people, please be aware that the country is going to crash in 14 years. There will be no money if we operate status quo. It's that simple. So I'll yield certainly if I have time. So we're saying, well, don't hiss. That's kind of foolish. We went to the president, and the president said, all right, I've got a deal for you. I will consent to a budget in 7 years scored by CBO. He got a deal, and by a certain date. Then the date came up, and he said, just kidding, just kidding. And then they say, we want a clean CBO. Well, I hate to be a bad guy when somebody just kicked me in the head and then say, you rat. And I feel like I have been kicked in the head. Because, just kidding. I mean, would you tell your kids, Santa said, I'm going to get a doll, and then there's nothing under the tree. And no, when I finish, I will yield when I finish, yes. And then Christmas comes and there's nothing there, and you say, kids, just kidding. Santa Claus was kidding around when he told you that. I know that if I shake hands with David, I cut a deal, whatever we shook hands on. I know that if I shake hands with Bob, we've cut a deal. This is why.
Additional 2 minutes.
The gentleman's recognized for an additional 2 minutes.
And I'll shake on it.
Thank you. You got a deal. Now, see, as an average guy, I would say, why does the president come up here and why did I sit here and hear him say, let's use CBO numbers? Why did he say that? Has anyone said why he said that? Why did he say use CBO numbers? I don't understand. He said that. You understand? So I guess the kindest thing to say is he wasn't telling the truth when he said that. Look, here is the issue. We have to balance this budget. Otherwise, we hit a wall going 180 miles an hour. It's not as complicated as all this rhetoric that we hear by these expert politicians. It's we must balance the budget. Now, if they wanted to balance the budget, they had 40 years to balance the budget. We are now confronting that issue. That we're saying here is a...
Time of the gentleman has expired. The gentleman from Massachusetts...
That is just a bunch of nonsense. We got duped. And so we don't want to get duped again. If the president will stop kidding, I think we would get along very well. I hope someday he stops. Thank you. Yes, I yield.
I just want you to know that there are a lot of people on this side who agree that you have been kicked in the head.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I suppose I'm supposed to be insulted, but Mr. Watt, by you, I'm not.
Enacted.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I also I enjoy that those lessons because I learn how to expand language to where you lose communication with the issue. Everything is rhetoric. Anyway, I'm not going to lie to you. If we don't address the problem of what is going to happen in 14 years, right now, this country will crash. And that's the reality of the situation. And we have to do that jointly. And we can't fool you. And it's wonderful to let your numbers go up and say, look, whatever you want, you got, don't worry about it. But we can't do that. Things aren't always as they appear. And rhetoric is rhetoric. Always try to find out the facts. And the facts are the president did not keep his word. Now, I am telling you the truth. And I guess the other side finds the truth unpleasant. And so, therefore, they prefer to not tell you reality. Reality, when they say how mean we are, well, when we talk about Medicare, say one more thing. The speaker never. I wish I could count the times you said the speaker said, let Medicare wither on the vine. He never said, let Medicare wither on the vine. That's not true. And so we're telling you the truth. And it's so hard to tell you that truth because it's so much easier to hear, don't worry about anything. There's plenty of money here and we'll give it all to you. That's a lie. We don't have plenty of money. We owe $5 trillion and we're starting to work on $6 trillion, and that's going to accumulate fast, and that rubber band is going to break very soon. But to not tell you the truth, to not let you really confront the future as it's going to exist in reality, but paint a rosy picture is a lie. And I didn't come here to lie. And so I hope that I can always follow in your footsteps, in that I will always, whenever I speak to the public, tell them the truth.